lay down.
Thanks.
No problem. I am Iceman. I am an Omega level mutant. My ability to control temperature has no limits. I can rapidly drop the surrounding temperature. I can freeze the moisture in the air on the spot. I can shape it into ice walls, ice blades, or ice projectiles. In battle, I cover myself with a layer of ice armor. It boosts my defense. I can even transform into a living form of organic ice. It may look no different from regular ice, but in this state, physical damage barely matters. Even if I am shattered, I can rebuild myself with the water around me or within me. That makes me nearly immortal. People sometimes compare me with Pyro. They think fire can melt ice. On the surface, it looks like he is stronger. But when he plays with fire to impress girls, I can freeze his flames from a distance.
John.
Sorry. There were times I wanted to beat him up for being such a reckless fool. I held back, not because I was weak or afraid. Later, Pyro betrayed us. He chose to follow Magneto, and eventually I had to face him. He flicked a flame from his sleeve, then hurled it straight at me. I rushed to counter with ice. Slowly, I began to lose ground. Pyro laughed at me with arrogance.
You're in over your head, Bobby. Maybe you should go back to school.
This time, I chose not to hold back. I turned my whole body into ice. I grabbed Pyro by both hands. His hands froze instantly, and he stared at me in shock. You never should have left. Even though my ice form is powerful, I still fell before the Sentinels. In the future timeline, the Sentinels began hunting down mutants mercilessly. To protect the ones being chased, I formed an ice slide out of thin air. I shifted into my ice form. I sped along the slide and charged at the Sentinel. I unleashed my freezing power and encased it in ice. I thought victory was mine, but these Sentinels had evolved to copy abilities. It copied Sunspot's power. My ice shattered in an instant. It grabbed my neck, then snapped it even in my ice form. Fortunately, Shadowcat worked with Bishop to send us back in time. That was how I returned. But later, when I stood at the gates to defend Wolverine's mission to change the past, I fought alone. The Sentinels swarmed me. In the end, their beams tore me apart. You might ask why I could not simply rebuild myself from nearby water molecules. After all, my ice form is supposed to be unkillable. That is true. But back then, I was still too young. The Sentinels did not use ordinary weapons. They could evaporate my water molecules in an instant. That meant my body was reduced to nothing but vapor. And with no water left around me, I had no way to come back. Luckily, Wolverine succeeded in resetting the timeline, and I lived once more.